Leonardo, a lot of actors started their careers with commercials. There's a famous Volkswagen commercial with Dustin Hoffman. You've done some commercials too. What memorable ones stick out in your mind?
Probably the Bubble Yum commercial where I go, everyone, when I first started getting into commercials, everyone came up, hey, you're the Keeps It Poppin' kid.
I just wanted to talk about the beard for a minute because it's quite something. And how long did it take you to grow it, first of all?
It was 6 months, and then I think I had it for an additional year after that.
Mm-hmm. And how did people treat you? No, that's not what it was during the movie, right? That's cleaned
up.
No,
that was it.
Oh, really? Well, then it didn't look like that in the movie. Maybe it's because there was so much ice on it too, because it was always frozen.
That was actually.
And I'm like, yeah, you know, little things like that. You know, people recognize you from stuff like that. That's probably my most famous commercial.
Now, with Growing Pains, when you first got your first fan letter, how did that feel? What are some examples of the more unusual fan letters you've gotten?
Well, there's some pretty weird fan letters. I mean, I got quite a variety of them.
Wax. I had a fantastic makeup artist in this movie who did all the stuff from the bear mauling, and there was wax that she dribbled all over my face every day. It was about a 4 to 5 hour makeup job every day with all the scars and. So again, it was just a joy.
Yeah.
The whole experience.
But now, say you're growing it back again or something, or you're just going to keep it at that level?
A light stubble.
A light stubble.
Yeah.
Do you like wearing?
I don't think I'll ever have a beard like that ever again, unless it's.
And all kinds of ones. People cursing you out. People giving all kinds of lovey-dovey little. Girls giving lovey-dovey little cute things that they write, little hearts, and you know, I don't want to say they're funny, but you know, some of them they really crack me up. But you know, it's nice to get that kind of attention.
Okay. Now, doing the Critters 3 film, I imagine the budget was a little different. Now,
for a role, but yeah, it's hard to maintain. It's just stuff gets in there, you know, you're eating, and then food falls in.
Right. And you have to shampoo it, right?
You have to shampoo it, yeah.
And do you put conditioner in it?
I did.
Because you want it to be soft.
You do want it to be soft, otherwise it gets like a Brillo pad.
And can you? Yes. And who wants to feel that? And so when you have food in it, can you tell?
What was the biggest difference doing that film as opposed to doing this one?
Well, basically, in my opinion, everything that I've done before This Boy's Life is just so far, I don't want to say below, but doing Boy's Life was such a step up in my career and such a difference. I mean, it's like real acting as opposed to just, you know, being cute or whatever. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, it's very visible, yeah.
I mean, no, but if you don't have a mirror, sometimes do you feel like you've walked around and there's been food in your beard?
Well, if you have good enough friends, they notify you if you have mustard on your beard or something like that. They let you know.
All right, just checking. So you've always been like a daredevil, but you've done, I think I've talked to you about, you swim with sharks, or you have.
Yeah.
And you jump out of an airplane.
Yeah.
On a regular basis, or will you?
I only did that once.
You know, it was just such a step up doing this film.
On the press bus yesterday, a lot of people were talking that they thought you have a good chance of maybe getting an Oscar nomination next year. Is that in the back of your mind?
Well, I can't deny that that would be great. I mean, I'm not gonna, but it's not like the thing that I'm concerned with as far as this film goes. I just hope people think I do a good job, and if that comes along, that's fine. I mean,
will you do it again?
When both parachutes don't open, you tend to not go repeat something like that. Yeah.
What are you talking about? Well, then how'd you get down?
I jumped out of the airplane, and then my first chute didn't open. It's tandem, so somebody's on your back. They cut that line. We started free falling towards Earth, and that's when you get the 8x10 glossies of your whole life flashing before your eyes. And then the second one was tangled as well, and
But I just want this film to not necessarily do well, but critically I hope it does well, and I hope people enjoy the film and get something out of it. And if something like that comes along, I don't want to say it will or it won't, but I mean that'd be great, but it's not something I'm concerned with.
Okay. Well, this whole thing, your character is traveling by himself, very anonymously. With your life being the way it is now, do you kind of miss that, being able to go places?
All my friends sort of popping off with their, their parachutes, and I'm still plummeting towards planet Earth. And then that was tangled for about a good, I don't know, 20, 30 seconds, and then he untangled it, and then he told me, oh, you're probably gonna break your legs now because we're going too fast. So it was one of the worst experiences of my life, and I'll never do it again.
And did you break your legs?
I did not break my leg.
Wow, so he's whispering in your ear, or yelling
He was
in
screaming.
your, screaming in your...
Is without people pointing and getting the attention?
I pretty much go wherever I want, actually. That's the weird thing, is that I've sort of adapted to it. And the truth, truth be known that I don't always get away with it, but, you can't stop yourself from, living the life that you want to live and having experiences that you want to have. Just because of it, you can't, be victimized by it.
Well, you've been in the business a long time, and you know how the stardom thing operates. When this...
You're gonna break your leg.
You're gonna break your legs.
What? I can't hear you! Wow, that's just horrible. So what's the scariest thing you've ever done?
I was on a plane to Russia, and the engine exploded. I was looking out the window, and the entire engine just turned into a fireball. It was right after Sully had that incident happen to him where the geese flew into both engines.
And he landed on the river?
This happened in
Leo Mania thing first hit. I mean, what was your first indication that life wasn't going to be the same after that?
There was a lot of indications. The whole media sort of tornado that went on around Titanic was unbelievable. And the fact that, the widespread success of the film, I knew my life would be different forever. But, you take the pros with the cons, and the pros are that, I have unbelievable opportunities now.
In one of the engines, and I was the only person there that seemed to see this, but it was a flaming fireball, and it was all Russian passengers, and I kind of felt like I'd already died and gone to heaven because no one said anything. And I was screaming at the top of my lungs, saying, what the hell is going on here? And these people just kind of looked back to me, and the stewardess came out and said, we seem to have a slight problem here. And the Russian guy finally said,
I'm going to make the best of it.